Hey, happy Tuesday. Happy book review day. Today's book is kind of a threefer, all from Dan Buettner. Um, there's a Netflix series about this as well. So he wrote the book, The Blue Zones. This one's 9 Lessons for Living Longer. This was the first one, I believe, and it was like in 2007, something like that. Anyway, basically, a blue zone, if you don't know, is where people reliably live to 100 beyond the normal expectation. And so they have these pockets of long lived peoples. And basically, he went there and visited and chatted with them and asked them a bunch of questions. And he partnered up with scientists and basically tried to figure out why these people are living longer. And so in this case, I think there are 7 blue zones that he visited. Some of them in the Mediterranean, one of them in California, Costa Rica, Japan, Okinawa, um, and I don't remember them all. But anyway, it was interesting. And we watched the Netflix series, um, which is pretty. You see all the places, you see the people, you see him talking to scientists and that kind of thing. But I was really curious to check out the books. And so you have this one, which is actually the second edition. And this really, basically, the process is, the history of a zone, talking to people there. And then at the end of it, there's a little recap that says Sardinia's Blue Zone lessons. And so these are the things that he learns in each of those. And what I like about these books, at least, is they don't say, do what Sardinia does. Some of those things are transferable, some of them are not. Some of them are unique to the people who live in that area. Um, so, anyway, this one and then this one, the newer and shinier Secrets to Living Longer, um, are basically the same book. This is expanded on this one. And the other thing you get beyond it being hardcover is lots of pretty color photographs. Um, Content is mostly the same. After visiting the different zones, then what he does is extrapolates with the help of scientists, what are things that are transferable? What are the things that are universal through these different zones? And and so that's the last couple chapters are, making your own blue zone and lifestyle changes and that kind of thing. And the things that are universal shouldn't be super surprising. They are essentially eat a diet um, accented with meat. That's how he describes it. So some meat, but it's the accent, not the focus of the dish. That is one of the universal things. Exercise, making exercise part of your daily routine. Not just exercise for the sake of exercise, but walking to the grocery store or riding a bike to do something. Making it a purposeful, functioning part of your day is an easy way to make sure that exists. And then one of the ones that I think was really interesting was the focus on community, whether that community is an extended family or whether it's a church or just a group of friends or whatever. But that importance of community is one of the things that stretches through the different zones, and the people who live long talk about it. The last book, this one, is more like a workbook. Um, so you keep track of things. And I'll say, as someone who struggles to lose weight at times, or to stay on a nice diet, some of the things that I do are just writing it down, even if nobody else sees it, makes me think about whether I actually want this thing or not. And then I'll say, like, in here are also recipes. So this one I was most disappointed in. This one has some recipes also, in addition to um, the tips and pointers and stories and that kind of stuff. But anyway, Dan Buettner, if you're interested in blue zones, living longer, how people live longer, that kind of thing, those books in the Netflix series are, I think, worth a read. What are you reading? Bye.